You know, I was actually quite nervous when I was about to start the stream, but seeing all these comments, it's actually quite disappointing. I'm very disappointed in you all. It's the big day, my debut, and all you are talking about is this word. This word. Come on. All my nervousness is gone, but now it's just replaced with annoyance and anger. And annoyance mainly. Can you stop that? Can you please stop that? Well, who am I kidding? Of course you're not gonna stop. Well, fine, you won't stop. Fine, you won't stop. Okay? Anyway, I'll just get on with it. I'll pretend you all are not talking. I'll just ramble to myself. So, anyway, I'm still quite nervous despite the comments. I'll just start off by saying hope all of you are well, especially those in America right now having their little difficulties. I empathize with all of you who are going through some difficult situations in US, and I hope and I pray you'll all end up safe and sound. And money, you can always earn it back. But your livelihood, make sure to keep them close to you. Keep yourself safe, okay? Well, unlike most people, most VTubers who start off with a very elaborate debut, unfortunately, I don't have the resources, nor do I really have much of the talent to start something elaborate for all of you. And I'll just comment on one of the comments I've been seeing a lot on my Facebook, as well as on Twitter, regarding my voice. Sorry to disappoint you. Oi, Fright Bunny02, can you stop spamming? Yes, Boomer Bogue and all that. Oh, that crap, okay, I get it. Well, since we are all here, I might as well just do a little something. I fix up a little something to just a bit of a get to know you kind of thing, okay? Hold on, let me see if I can get it opened. And voila. This is a PowerPoint slide. Yes, it is a PowerPoint slide. I found out that is the easiest thing for me to do with my limited talents. So, with this, what I can do is it'll be easier for me to just get the people who are new here to just understand what type of VTuber I am, essentially. Maybe a bit of a history and a getting to know you kind of thing. So, might as well get started. Okay, first things first. Why did I choose October 11 and 7 p.m. specifically for my debut time? Well, it's just a simple matter of horoscope and feng shui. I just put this here. I don't know what, this is just to justify my odd timing, because a lot of you have been complaining why I had such a weird time to start my debut. So as you can see here, 11 October, this Friday, which is today, it's a auspicious day to start something new, a grand opening. Look under auspicious, you will see grand opening as one of them. And what is not really listed on this is the time as well. 7 p.m. is considered a good time for opening. So there you have it. Let's, with that out of the way, I can formally get started into this whole PowerPoint and getting to know you. And I hope you all don't get too bored. I am going to bore you, unfortunately. But let's get on with it. So, I literally who? I've seen this question prop up a lot of comments from people who don't really like me. I am a literally who. Well, formally, as you can see, my correct name, full name is Shizu Eizoku or Eizoku Shizu. Loosely means eternal, quiet. Not for me, but for you all, annoying lurkers. When I ban you, you get quiet. Therefore, eternal quiet. But I've gotten used to being called Banmin. Because a lot of people call me Banmin. There is a funny story this why Banmin as a name really stuck. Let's just go on to the next slide and explain it a bit. As some of you might know, I've existed for 10 plus years. Well, 10 years, I think. I originally existed as a Facebook page. So I know a lot of you lurkers from Twitter are complaining, why do I use Facebook? Why do I still post on Facebook? Let's just say I have lingering memories of that site for how questionable it may be. That's an attachment I can't really let go of. So, okay, I get it. Okay, get it, boomer. Fine. Okay. I'm not going to read your comments for now because I'm just going to get very distracted. So I'll just tell my story and you can just keep commenting while I talk about my story, okay? It all started back in late 2014. Just before quite a month before Gamergate 1 actually. Back then, I noticed a lot of pages. They were fun. Facebook pages back in the late 2014, early 2015. Oh, those were the peak. So, what actually came through my head when I wanted to exist as permaban? Originally, I existed just to comment on bigger pages. Because for some reason, I just like commenting and just socializing with bigger pages back in the day and just chatting with people. And so that was the original intention. I never really cared about posting anything. And whatever I did post back in the day was, as American Neat is saying, a shit post. I shit post a lot, but it's always a Toho theme. I did that for quite a bit, had a lot of fun, was quite bright-eyed in a way. And then, as some of you who are quite into the whole culture war thing, Gamergate started. Oh, very scary. Well, GG started, and things really took a deep dive back then. So, but the funniest thing is, Gamergate was not, well, I shouldn't skip. I shouldn't skip so far in the future. Basically, Gigi happened in the sidelines. I followed it because it was quite a funny rabbit hole of a mix of scandals and he said, she said, and a lot of conflicting narratives. It became quite um it became quite a sensation to say the least. But that time I didn't really care all that much. I didn't really care all that much about politics then. Yeah, big shocker. But there was one post I saw not too long during the Gamergate era, around October, November. I saw a post. It was a post by an activist. The activist was basically making a whole spiel of talking about how great of a person she was, how she was fighting for the rights of certain oppressed people. And you know what she did to give the impression that she was so big and moral and stunning and brave? She basically conceived multiple prospective children, but let's just say she got rid of them. She got rid of them not because of health complications, or not even because she was purely not ready. She got rid of them because she wanted to. She wanted to use it as some kind of a way to gain clout for herself. And basically, that just made me snap. That made me snap for the first time. I mean, surely, of course, safe, legal, and rare. But something about that it just really stuck to me, and it just left such a big impression. Well, that's basically the trigger of it all per se. It wasn't Gamergate, funnily enough. It was just some random activist trying to look good for an audience. And because of that, I started complaining a lot, talking a lot about things that normally gets a lot of people who disagree with me. And it never stopped. I never changed. I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, but I became what I am today because I saw that one post. I didn't care that much about Gamergate, you know that. Well, you know that now. So, the left one is Hong Mei Ling from Toho, my original avatar. The first permaband. I don't know why I made this profile pic where I don't even know whether I made it, but it stuck. But I didn't know I made the one to the right. And so I used that profile pic. I'm sure you all, even on Twitter, are quite familiar with between 2021 to late 24. But anyway, let's just move on to the next slide. This is just a little bit of something. So this is me now. This is my Facebook, a screen cap of my Facebook page. Back then, I was shocked when I leave comments or when I make a post, I got even one like. Funny how things change, honestly. Well, either way, I still post on Facebook, but there is a very funny story you all need to tell. I need to tell you all is that I used to post quite aggressively on Facebook. I complain a lot, as you know, and and most of my complaints I post on Facebook. But ever since I started using Twitter, Facebook has now become my ramble posting, more just posting things that I like, that I post for fun. Not really a lot of negativity, I hope. I hope there's not a lot of negativity on my Facebook page now. Why did I do that is kind of funny because I made a post on Facebook early 2023. It was about Canada, specifically Canadian healthcare. As you all know, when you hear the word Canadian healthcare, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I posted about Canadian healthcare on Facebook. And I got into a discussion with another lurker who was chatting with me about the ethics or the reasoning for it, or whether it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. And for some reason, I made one mistake, a single mistake where I did not use the word Canadian healthcare. I instead used the word that it meant, the unfiltered meaning of Canadian healthcare. And of course, knowing Facebook and Zuckerberg's algorithms, I got shadow banned. I got shadow banned for an entire year. Basically, all my posts didn't get any exposure, which was practically non-existent, all because I used a word without a filter. So what? So fine. If that's how you want to play it, I'll play it that way. I will stop posting most opinions on Facebook. I'll just post things that I like. So I moved to Twitter or X. But you know what's the one thing? When I was Banmin on Facebook, I always say to myself, I am never going to use Twitter. Because I had a similar experience as well back when I tried Twitter in 2017. Oh yes, before Elon Xion. Definitely before Elon. It was during Parag's, no, not during Parag, before Parag. So it was still Jack Dorsey at that time. Basically, why I refused to use Twitter until 2023 was because of one interaction I had with someone who claims to be a communist. We were discussing things. Well, mainly I was trying to reason with him. So he said something that was very two-faced, very hypocritical. So I just say, imagine in this situation if you were the person from the opposite of communists. So like fascists, basically. And for some reason, when I did that, when I did the little discussion, I got banned from Twitter. I got banned from and shadow banned from Twitter because apparently something I said was against community standards. I had no idea what it was. It said it was some kind of hate because I was discussing a person's hypocritical behavior, therefore it was hateful. I have no idea. But basically at that time, 2017 to 2023, I vowed to never use Twitter. And I really didn't use Twitter all that time. Until, of course, Elon took it over. And just in time as well. Elon took over Twitter right after I got shadow banned from Facebook. So I was thinking, what the heck? Give Twitter a chance once again. And honestly, say what you want about the electric man. I'm sure a lot of you have a lot of opinions on him. But Twitter or X has treated me quite fairly. Quite fairly. And I don't use that word lightly because I have constantly experienced how it was like to be treated less than fair. And so Elon made a change, made things a lot fairer. In my opinion, I'm probably wrong. You can tell me I'm wrong. I don't care. But I stuck along. And as you can see, I now post on Twitter. And I do apologize to the lurkers who just stay on Twitter because, as you can see, I can be a bit of a negative Nancy. But on Twitter, I can vent. And on Facebook, I do not really want to vent anymore. I just post stuff that I enjoy. So that's my long story short. 10 years of being on Facebook and now on Twitter. So let's go to the next slide. I have been talking about, you have seen me post it and you can see me talk. Who are lurkers? Why do I call you all lurkers? Well, basically, I don't know why. Probably because of all my years posted complaining a lot and venting a lot. Probably annoyed a lot of people. I always feel like the people who follow my posts, I always think to myself, they probably aren't my fans. They probably do not like me all that much because I'm probably insufferable and I complain a lot. So, where else can I think? You might not be you are not my followers, probably because you don't like me. But for some reason, you still follow what I post, whether it's to say I'm wrong or to throw an insult at me. So I just thought, okay, you're all lurkers. So I end up, everything is stuck. You're all lurkers, lurking my posts for some reason, and you never leave. Despite claiming how terrible I am, some of you never leave. So that's why I call you all lurkers. And I suppose I am still not too used to having something that resembles a fan base. I'm quite taken aback actually by the positivity some of you leave, and I have trouble processing those. Well, ever since 2021 onwards, people who normally just post talking about how I'm wrong or how I am stupid or how I got something wrong and how they're correct, I'm wrong. Suddenly there was a shift. And it was a very dramatic shift. And I'm sure you all probably know the reason why. So this was me. The top image was me pre-2021. And then the image bottom is post-2021. And suffice to say, I am still not used to all of this. Yes, Damien, I'm actually wondering, do I need an Oshi mark or not? Some of the people here say yes, which in that case I have to think about it. I'll let you all know maybe in the coming days or later on. Any time goes, but I'll think about it. Anyway, this sums up my thoughts on. I have no idea what's going on, honestly. But I still don't know how to respond to this. So, you lurkers have left such a huge impression on me that I took a bit of time to visualize what you all look like if you had a form. And so, you all have a form. You are all literally this. All of you are literally this. I hope you're happy. That is you. That is literally all of you. And I'm reading some comments. And oh, good. I am happy. I am happy that the attention is away from me and towards yourselves for a change. It was so annoying seeing all of the repeated comments about ban this, ban that, ban everything. And well, depending on how much time we have, I'll talk about something else later, but let's just keep going with this PowerPoint slide. And before I continue, am I boring you lurkers and whoever you are? Am I boring you all? Okay, good. I'm glad that I am not boring. I notice that I tend to talk quite slowly most of the times. Only when I get particularly worked up, I talk a little faster. So you'll have to pardon me if it ends up being a bit too slow for you. Anyway, let's go on. The next slide. So, my B-Day. It is 11/11. Very straightforward. Easy day. Well, 其實 SEA 同埋啲香港人都冇咩分別㗎嘛，係咪？都冇咩分別。So, I can be anywhere. I do like, yeah, Cantonese. It's Cantonese. 廣東話。我嘅廣東話唔係好好，唔係咁好，但係都識講下啦。But anyway, I'm going a bit sidetracked, but you know what? It's fine to sidetrack. It is completely, other than these PowerPoint slides, everything is very unstructured. It's anything goes basically. I talk to a screen and I read some text and respond to some text. Yeah, basically my B-Day is 11 November, 11/11, very easy. And I heard from one of my lurkers that my birthday, Australian lurkers, my birthday falls on, yes, Skyrim, I know. It was a very big day. I got Skyrim for my birthday. I was pretty happy about that. And it just so happens around that time I upgraded my setup. So I just had enough specs to play Skyrim with reasonable FPS. So anyway, some Australian lurkers told me that my birthday also falls on their Remembrance Day. And when I realized it, the first thing that came to my mind was Choi! Choi! Đại Cát Lại Xì à? Đại Cát Lại Xì. Yeah, basically a whole touch wood. Really. But anyway, I just try and ignore that. It was like, cursed knowledge. But fine. I'll just not think about it. Anyway, let's talk about some likes. Since this is what getting to know you kind of like. I love penguins. One of my ideal holiday destinations, if I ever had the chance, I would love to go to the South Pole. I love penguins. I would love to touch one, but I probably will be arrested if I even touch one because you're not allowed to touch penguins, but penguins are allowed to touch you. So, if I ever go to a South Pole, I hope a penguin would get close enough. I've seen a lot of really cute penguin videos on YouTube. Whenever I feel particularly stressed, I just type in penguin and they really give penguins. That's very cute. Okay, moving on to that. The only penguin that I am not as, I would say, I still like them, but lowest on the list are those surfer penguins, the one with the funny hair. Don't really like those ones as much. Surfer penguins, I think it's called surfer penguins. Well, anyway, the next thing is, in terms of favorite food, I do like lasagna. I like lasagna a lot. And it's a very funny story is, Banmin exists in a primarily Asian country. And there is not that much food from the West that I ate back then. So, Fuyuko, hold on. I will check that later. I am a bit of a mess right now because I'm juggling everything. But anyway, what I say is basically I have good memories of eating my first lasagna and I never stopped loving lasagna. No, I don't put laukanma in my lasagna. But I do put laukanma on pasta. Does that count? Oh no. I actually don't know. First scuff of the night. I have no idea. I set up alerts for everything, but I don't know whether they're appearing or not. I might have to go back and check after after the stream. Because I can say for sure if I were to search the alert settings right now, I might probably break something and this stream is just going to blow up. And I mean blow up not as in grow big, but it blows up literally. And that's not fun. I'll just have a look at that later. I'll have a look at that later, okay? I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that the alerts are not working very well. And just so you all know, this is literally my first time streaming on Twitch. I can tell you all the intricacies of posting on Facebook and on Twitter, but I am basically a boomer when it comes to streaming. And I'm sorry about that, but you'll have to live with that for now. Anyway, let's just go back to the topic at hand. My first console that I had was a Sega Genesis. I remember playing that a lot. I played one 3D racing game that was like extremely simplistic, but to me it was like the coolest thing ever. Oh my god, 3D racing game. That was kind of cool. And another game that I played on the Sega Genesis was a Sega Genesis X-Men game. I had no idea how to play that game. I have no idea. I think I played for a while and I just gave up eventually. And then the next thing I played was just thinking about it, I feel a little nostalgic. A Pentium 1 computer. Integrated graphics. And guess what was the game I somehow tried to play? I have no idea why I tried to play that game on a Pentium 1 computer, but I ended up trying it and I regret it. No, I don't regret it. I had fun despite only getting like a maximum of 5 FPS while I played. It was Rainbow Six Rogue Spear. Imagine playing that on a Pentium 1 PC. Oh my, 5 FPS, yes, and for some reason, I still played that game for hours. Imagine, Rogue Spear, 5 FPS, I played for 3 hours. I have no idea how I managed to play that thing, but yeah. And of course, Age of Empires 2. That the Pentium 1 could run just well enough. Oh, XFAT 32 Black 3X. Opinions on Rainbow Six. Oh, do I have opinions on Rainbow Six? You know, after I finished every Rainbow Six game until Vegas 2, I heard about, I'm sure some of you might have heard of it, but Rainbow Six Patriots, the next big game, and I was very excited with it. The premise was so mature. It was almost like, think about it, imagine Spec Ops The Line, but as a Rainbow Six game. That was going to be something very deep. I was looking forward to it. But then, for some reason, the game got canned, scrapped. And it was such a disappointment when I found out it got scrapped. And what we got instead was Rainbow Six Siege. You can, one of the most potentially impactful Rainbow Six games that could have ever been released for Twitch reflexes, sweaty PvP action. And yeah, I did notice. Zexel, I saw Rainbow Six Siege the early days, especially the old trailers. It did at that time look like a proper Rainbow Six game, but it was competitive. Then for some reason, I have no idea. I don't play Rainbow Six Siege. That was one Rainbow Six game I will never touch. And things just got off. It turned from like a pure tactical thinking man's PvP game into hero shooter. Seriously? A hero shooter Rainbow Six game? Oh, come on. Come on. Lurkers, come on. Can't I just use a word properly without you turning it weird? Come on. Come on. You know what? Fine. Fine. I'll just ignore that. Let's keep going. Yeah, you made me sidetrack to Rainbow Six, but I don't mind ranting about it because it flows on very well to the next dot point. I love ranting and I love rambling. Big shock. Very big shock, I'm sure. Hold on, I need to drink something. Yeah, big shock. I don't know why I like. Okay, I'll be honest with you, Lurkers. I have no idea why some of you unironically like me. Because I see myself in the mirror as I complain. I feel like, holy shit. I am such an insufferable person. Who would like me? I'm kind of confused. Base pose the speaker. I appreciate some of your thoughts about this, but I guess there's something I just can't really get out of thinking. But I do appreciate the comments from some of you, Lurkers. But anyway, let's keep going. I love ranting a lot. Basically, I see something that I don't like on Facebook, let's say. I post about it immediately. I get into like fits of annoyance. I have to vent. I see something I don't want, I have to vent. I see someone acting stupid, I have to vent and talk about it. And here's what some bakjaw always seem to misunderstand about me. Just because I personally think your behavior is less than savory, that doesn't mean I'm going to make things personal with you. You behave poorly, I will notice it and I will talk about it. If you stop behaving in such a way, I will stop. And I will say, I am glad that you stopped. And I am happy that you stopped. And we'll move on. However, they don't do that. The first thing they do at criticism, at even a mere mention of disagreement, they go into a fit of rage. They lash out. Angry, molding. That's not what I want. I don't want to hurt your feelings. But you behave poorly. I'm not going to shut up. You can't just say, who cares? Or why do you care? I care. I care when you behave in a way that harms other people or inconveniences other people who don't deserve it. Probably that's just me being a busybody, but you can't just say, why do you care? Because I do care. Okay? Basically, I rant a lot. That's the first part. And the next thing is, I think you might have noticed it already. It was just a subtle hint, a very subtle hint. But I like rambling. I like rambling a lot. I see something that catches my interest. You cannot get me to shut up about it. You just can't. Unless, of course, you say it to my face. Banmin. Maybe we can talk about it another time. I'm just not in the mood. Then maybe I will do that. Out of courtesy. But if no one is inconvenienced too much when I start rambling, I'll just keep rambling until I'm out of breath. Yeah, that sounds about right. Uh, what word? What word? What are you talking about? Doesn't like it, they can leave. Yeah, fat tree to black tree. Um, funny how things work, right? People always talk about, hey, they always talk about how much they don't like something. They make posts and after post after post about how much they don't like something. And then there's one thing that they refuse to do is that they refuse to just leave or block. I mean, it's one thing when you see someone behaving poorly and it is impacting other people in a negative way and you talk about it. But let's say you watch a show there's a show you don't like, an anime you don't like, a video game you don't like. Yeah, you're within your right to like post a comment or two talking about why you don't like the game or it doesn't appeal to you. Then you move on. But no, that's not how some people work. They need to make everyone know how much they hate something. Even though the game harm nobody, unless they do, then that's a whole different story. But let's say a game just made for the sake of it. That just okay, it's just very confusing. I go on Twitter, some things still confuse me. I mean, say what you want about Facebook. At the end of the day, people on Facebook are more predictable? No, not really. Straightforward. Yeah, straightforward. Oh, thanks, Polly. Thanks. You know I use Facebook, right? You know what? Keep calling me. Oh, I don't care. I don't care at all. I'll just keep going. And what else do I actually like? That's a good question. Well, I actually like a lot of things. Contrary to how you see me, I do like a lot of things. For one thing, I love the cold. I love cold weather. Sure you man, it's a big depends. There are some noodles that I like more than others, and there's some rice that I like more than others. What I really don't like though, the noodles I really absolutely do not like, and just thinking about it makes me want to go blah. It's Chinese vermicelli, or as I would usually say, 米粉。我最唔中意食就係米粉。I don't like rice vermicelli. It's so bland. I cannot take it. Anyway, I love the cold weather. My rationale for liking cold weather more than hot is that if a weather gets too cold, you can always wear more layers, better layers, like a thermal layer, or just layers and layers of clothes. And eat food, eventually you'll feel warm enough. But if the weather is too hot, there is only so many layers of clothes you can take off. You can't take off your skin. And the only other option I can think of is if you inject yourself with liquid nitrogen, but that's not realistic, is it? And the ACs. Primus. I am disappointed with your comment. I am very disappointed with your comment. Anyway, let's move on to the next slide. I still have a couple more slides. Dislikes. Oh boy. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. Well, for one, I dislike two faces. Hypocrites. I know, big original opinion, but there is just something so inherently disgusting about seeing someone who declares very loudly about one thing about eating, and then they behave the complete opposite of what they claim. That really annoys me so much. Oh, shrimple rat fake positivity. Yes, exactly. Oh my god. Thinking about this whole fake positivity thing, I'm thinking about those 5 VTubers who were basically, because of this one stream ago, 5 VTubers were harassed until they forced themselves to graduate. One of them was expecting, had a baby coming. And because of this harassment they got from the followers of this specific streamer, which I won't name, she was in a very bad headspace. Let's just put it at that. And you know what? This streamer makes a lot of posts, a lot of so-called sponsored posts about, oh, small creators. We are here for the small creators. Join our school for small creators. Be amongst friendly, positive, wholesome people. And this streamer on stream says, after this incident, I am too big to be dented. And I don't think she has ever apologized. She probably still thinks she's in the right. So because of that, I hate Two Faces. And I try my hardest to avoid being that. I am not perfect. I have gotten myself involved in my own behaviors that I feel that I have needed improvement on. But I try as much as I can. So using that as like a backbone of everything. This is why if I have a problem with you, I'll say it to your face. If I have a problem with something, I will post about it. I am not going to mince words. I will do my best to avoid as much profanity as I can. I will do my best to avoid using harsh adjectives to describe specific people. But I will talk about your actions without filter, as blunt as I can. And if you don't like it, too bad. Either you stop or I keep talking. It's easy. Okay, I think I have rambled too long about Two Faces. What else really annoying? What else do I dislike? Oh, I hate the heat. I hate hot weather. Hot weather angers me. Hot weather ruins my mood in every way possible. Shun! Mo-chan! Shun! You know, I just don't like hot weather. I don't like the sensation. And the worst part about hot weather is, like I said before, when I talk about I like cold weather, there's only so much you can get rid of before you have nothing else to get rid of to reduce the temperature of your body. Oh yeah, Centurion Rex. It is a great thing that you mention localizes, or as I would love to say, quote unquote, localizes, with an American spelling, Z. It's almost part of Two Face as well, but there's just a very special kind of individual special, and I don't mean in a positive way, who grabs hold of someone's creation, a foreigner's creation, an Asian, will be Asian, Spanish, what have you, grab that creation, claim they are going to translate it for the local or global audience. And what they create as a result is crap. Vandalism. Changing the meaning of content just because you think the original meaning of it is offensive to you. Changing it because you feel in your own artistic interpretation or creative motivation that changing the meaning of this word in this context or changing context all in and of itself is better than what the creator thought about. Spare me. Spare me. You want to be an artist? You want to be creative? Make your own content. It's not that hard. Why is it so hard? Maybe you just don't want to put in the work. Is that so? Is that it? You don't want to put in the work? You don't want to put in the effort? Food for thought. If any localizer just so happens to be seeing this stream, yes, for your call. Some localizers believe they are fanfic writers. Or they are actually fanfic writers and they think, oh, I believe I am better at the creators themselves when I make this content. And to be fair, I also write fanfics. There were times where I do believe that certain content by certain people I could do better. But you know what I do? I don't apply for a job as a localizer and then change everything to release in for a global audience. I don't do that. I write fanfiction, post it on a site like fanfiction.net, like normal people. That is what I do. If I wanted to be creative, I would go to a website that specifically caters for creativity. I don't hijack other people's content and change them and say, I made it better. That is rude. That is disgusting behavior. And I dislike that. I'll think about it. Nimgo. I'll think about it. But anyway, what else do I not like? What else do I not like? Oh, I for one, I don't like. I ate that once, but I'm sure Southeast Asian lurkers here know. But there is a quote unquote fruit that reeks. It stings, literally. It is a thorny abomination. I will not say that name out loud. But let's just say my dislike for this fruit is not without basis. I mean, it's one thing for sure if I haven't tasted it and I just go it off smell, but fact is, I have smelled it and I have tasted it. So you can't tell me that I haven't actually tried it because I have. And you know what happened when I tried it? Just one bite. I was forced to try it. I took one bite. I unironically cried. I cried. Oh my god, the taste in my mouth. Holy crap. I can never forget that taste in my mouth. It was there for hours. The sensation in my stomach was there for at least a day. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't want to think about that anymore. I don't want to think about that anymore. Moving on. I'm moving on. Sad homeless man. Can you please not? Shrimple red, I have no idea what that is, and I don't know whether I want to know what that is. Renadozo, I did swallow it. I, c- I'm reading the comments right now. I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the comments. Please. Oh my god, what are you talking about? This is getting ridiculous. What? What are you talking about? Anyway, let's just change topic now. Oh, what else do I not like? Oh wait, let's just move to the next slide. I have a bit more to go through. Might as well, okay? Let's go to something that I love talking about. Video games. My favorite video games. Very simple. You give me a game that has co-op, likely I'll love it. I love co-op games. And one of my favorite co-op games are like hot shooters. For instance, the Left 4 Dead games, Vermintide, Dark Tide, Deep Rock Galactic. Not too simulator-esque, like not too hardcore, like GTFO. I was curious about GTFO, but that looks a bit too, well, too hardcore maybe. One day I might try it. Oh no, Bersuchu 08. I am very bad at horror games. I can watch people play horror games, but I can't play horror games. And I have watched Phasmophobia a lot of times. I can imagine myself not enjoying it at all because it is so scary. Let's move on. RPGs. There's a very specific type of RPG that I really like. And Zeesh. Silent Hill 2 is horror. That's all I can say about that. I don't do well playing horror games. But anyway, I want to move back to RPGs. In terms of RPGs, one of my favorites, believe it or not, I actually do really like Dragon Age. Dragon Age 1 and 2. Inquisition, for what it is, I like the gameplay. I really love RPGs where you get to have a party that fights alongside you or does things alongside you. I really do like that. And Mass Effect games as well. Any RPG game where you get to set up your own party, they help you out resolving challenges, you chat with them, you gain their favor, you do their little personal side quests. Those are very nice. I do enjoy those moments. About Baldur's Gate 3, I'll get back to that later, okay? But let's just keep talking about the next game. Hybrid RTS is Persona against Zeri. I will get back to that. I will talk to you about that later. Hybrid RTS. I'm not sure whether you have all heard of a game before that came out in 2005, maybe 2005 or 2006. It was a very old PC game called Rise and Fall. It was a RTS hybrid game where you could play 3 different civilizations, which is Persians, Greeks, and Egyptians. And in many ways, it was like a traditional RTS game with armies, but the big draw for Rise and Fall is that you can summon heroes. You can summon like one main hero for each round. And the perk of it is when you summon the hero, you press one button, you become like a third person hack and slash game. So basically, you have on one hand, you build your base, you form your army, and you send that army to attack another player's army or base. And if you have a hero that's active, you press one button and you control the hero directly. So WASD, left click is fast attack, right click is strong attack, all that things. It's a bit like Dynasty Warriors, but a lot less refined. Oh, I really enjoyed that game. I spent so many hours playing that game when I actually had a decent PC. And Warcraft 3. Yes, I enjoy Warcraft 3. Back when I had it on my old PCs. Back when I had it on my own old PC, what I would do was I'd boot up the world editor for Warcraft 3 and started creating a lot of custom factions. And I would download models from the Warcraft 3 equivalent of Nexus mods basically. They had like a large gallery of custom made models, and I just download them, replace units with custom units, and create custom factions with all these custom units, and I just have fun playing with the AI. It was really really fun. I would really love to get Warcraft 3 again, the classic one. Blizzard destroyed the Warcraft 3 Reforged. I'm not interested in touching that. And yeah, I love Warcraft 3, and I will get back to that infamous Matthew. Um I miss the Polly, I miss the old Blizzard. Oh, you have no idea how much I miss the old Blizzard. The Warcraft 3 Blizzard. Anyway, some simulations. What do I mean by some simulations? Well, Arma, or as what it used to be called, Operation Flashpoint. I remember getting a copy of Operation Flashpoint just for the heck of it. And I was in for quite a rude awakening when I tried the game. I was just walking around, one stray bullet, and I dead. And I was like, what? What? No way. Then I tried it again and again and again, and I found out, oh, that's how the game is played. And I always like Arma games. Arma 1 was fun in its own way. Arma 2 was okay. Arma 3, quite fun also. I don't really know whether I want to try Reforger or not though. But Bohemia Interactive, funnily enough, made a game that's still in early access that takes two of these chat boxes. For one, it is a hybrid RTS, and another it's partially simulation. The game is called, you probably heard it, Silica. It's still in a very rough state, but I hope eventually the game gets fine-tuned enough I might actually fork some cash to buy it. For now, I think it's not really refined enough for me to invest in it. Okay, there are probably many other games that I really like, but I don't really, it might be off the top of my head, I can't really remember as well. I'll talk about my favorite games, maybe off and on in future streams, but now let's move on to the next slide. Games I do not like. Games that bore me or I just can't take it. Omega New, I'll get back to that one step at a time. Competitive PvP. Esports games. No. I really don't like competitive PvP. And I would use the word hate actually because it does in fact fit the definition. I hate battle royales. I hate them. I cannot touch it. The moment I touch a battle royale game, I just feel like I rather do anything other than play it. Give Fist Zero. About Fortnite, Fortnite was quite a tragic story for me because when Epic Games originally announced Fortnite, it was supposed to be a co op PvE base building, base defense game. Remember when it was called Fortnite Save the World or something like that? That was the original vision of Fortnite. That was why it was called Fortnite, because you build a fort and at night armies of zombies will attack your fort and you have to go through the day surviving basically. And because of PUBG being so popular that it did, Epic Games introduced the Battle Royale feature for Fortnite. And the rest is history. Fortnite changed its identity overnight because of the popularity. What was used to be a PvE co-op base building based survival game turned into PvP battle royale with a little bit of base building. But you know what? Good on Epic Games for making such a successful game. Good for them. They struck gold. Good for them. But I'm never touching that game now. It was a shame. There's so many shames actually when it comes to video games. So many things that could have been, but because of corporations being corporations, never see the light of day. So disappointing. Overwatch 2 PvE. D James 1230. Exactly. My god. You know, well, to be fair, I likely would not have tried Overwatch 2 and either way. Because I just don't like Blizzard. I don't like modern day Blizzard. Unless they really gave such a good product in its PvE. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Dr. Formality, Path of Exile 2, I am still waiting for that game. Oh, that game excites me. Path of Exile 2, I love playing. Well, Path of Exile 1, my favorite was playing the witch. I love being an army generator as a necromancer witch. I can just turn up into a new map filled with enemies. I just summon armies and armies of skeletons and plus elementals. Yeah, elementals. And all kinds of nonsense that will just demolish armies of NPCs. All I had to do was to stay alive and dodge. And all my minions just handled all the fighting. That was so fun. And when I saw the Path of Exile 2 Witch deep dive, when I saw the Path of Exile 2 deep dive for Witch, they made one improvement that I was actually quite excited over. I think it was basically in Path of Exile 1, witches eventually gained the ability to, well, not just witches, but you had a gem in Path of Exile 1 that would allow you to summon a specter of from the body of an NPC. So you have to be very, very careful. Let's say you killed like a mini boss and you wanted that mini boss to help you out as a minion for as long as they can. So basically, the Spectre spell was exactly that. You have to point it at the right dead NPC and it will become a Spectre and with its own health bar. And you'll basically act like your bodyguard until it dies again. And the problem is, in Path of Exile 1, that if you lose that specter of that NPC you want, you lose it for good. And so you either have to find a different NPC or you have to go back to that specific map in a specific stage, find that NPC again through RNG, kill it, and resummon it. So there was a lot of inconvenience. And basically, what Path of Exile 2 did with the witch was that now you basically could create a specter loadout per se. So let's say you killed a mini boss for the first time. You want to keep this mini boss as a specter. Basically, there's a very specific spell the witch could use that would save that mini boss as a specter. So whenever it dies, there is a cooldown period and your specter will respawn. So it's very, very useful. 1.5 hours. Okay, thank you for your goal. Anyway, let's just keep going on, okay? I've sidetracked a bit too much. The next thing is sports games. Sports games bore me. I can never get into sports games. I really cannot get into sports games. 真係好悶啊！我玩呢啲遊戲真係好悶啊。Let's just move on. I just don't like sports games. And it really doesn't help. I do feel for people who do enjoy sports games because, unfortunately, your options for sports games are limited. You either crawl to EA for a Madden game, or you crawl to 2K for a basketball game. And I know how much EA and 2K rips all of you off. They turn your games into slot machines. What a shame. And especially EA games, Madden games, reskins. Every year of Madden, I saw it myself. Every year of the game is just a reskin of the last year's game and the last year and the year before. And they charge you full price for it. So I'm glad that I hate sports games, but I also feel for people who like sports games. It's such a shame. Now, let's go to the biggest offender of them all, in my opinion. Turn cringe. Wait, I'm sorry. I was about to say turn cringe games, but oh, my apologies. I should have a filter. Turn-based games. Oh, how many times I've actually tried a turn-based game. Let me just tell you how many turn-based games I've actually tried before you start flaming me in the comments, okay? Before you start flaming me in the comments, lurkers. I have tried Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 10, I tried Final Fantasy 13, which was okay. And I tried a 2007 Xbox 360 game called Lost Odyssey. It was like a monster of a game. It had 4 discs, this Lost Odyssey game. And other than Final Fantasy 13, I hated every moment I tried those games. So, back to one of you lurkers who talk about Baldur's Gate 3 and Persona. Here's the thing. I would have been very excited to play Baldur's Gate 3 if it were not turn-based. If it had the gameplay similar to a Dragon Age game, oh yes, I would have gotten the game day one. But it's just a matter of preference. I just can't take turn-based games. Not from the lack of trying, mind you. I've tried so many. Anything. Yanyan lead. Any turn-based game is a no for me, personally. Yeah, and turn-based combat is what gets me the most. Other than Final Fantasy 13, just imagine this. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and I'm expecting that. But just imagine it. You have two sides, let's say mortal enemies. Let's say one side hates the other so much in all of the cutscenes as like, I will rip off your spine or something like that. And when they enter into combat, large room, both of them standing at both ends of the map, politely taking turns to approach their opponent, hit them once, then walk back politely, then waiting for their next turn. Just standing there. When I see that, it just puts me off. Very gentleman. I will not say your username out loud, but yes, too gentlemanly for me. But that being said, I will not hold it against anyone who likes a good turn-based game. I appreciate it when a game is good, but just like a specific fruit that I will not name, I don't like it. So that's that. Oh yeah, and speaking of this game, yeah, another game that I really didn't like, but so many people seem to like was the Suikoden games. A lot of people love those games. I have no idea what the appeal is. But anyway, there are probably a lot of games that I might not like. Okay, yes, miscatching. I know exactly. Yes, shit taste. Yes, fine. And I'm reading now. Oh yeah, speaking of which, Final Fantasy 13. Ironically, a lot of people didn't like Final Fantasy 13, but I liked it. And it was still a turn-based game in a way, but what the devs did in Final Fantasy 13 was interesting. It was an effort. They put in, yes, AF Kitsune, I'll talk to you later. But anyway, what I did like about Final Fantasy 13 is that I love how the characters interact in the environment while they're at combat. Basically, they behave like how people in a combat situation would kind of behave. So they're moving around, creating space for each other, moving at ends of the battlefield, creating angles for each other. And despite it everything being turn based, it actually gives the impression that everything is working in real time. And because of that, my suspension of disbelief was very maintained in Final Fantasy 13. And yes, I do understand that this is a very unpopular opinion. I'm expecting it. The moment I mention it, I know this is going to be the response I'm getting. But that's, let's just say I appreciate a good bit of immersion when I play a game. This, I guess, is part of the reason why block based games like Minecraft and Roblox don't really have a good staying power with me. I love the immersion factor in a game. So, which is why I like some simulation games. And also, I like games like Dragon Age. Well, King San, I hope your internet gets better. Zish, opinion on fighting games. Ah, oh, fighting games. I suck at them, so I don't like them. If I were good at them, I'd probably enjoy them, but nope. I am bad at them, so I don't like them. You can't say it's a skill issue because I admit it's a skill issue. And therefore, because I have a skill issue, I don't like them. Okay, let's see what else is in the next slide. Do I have any slides left? Ah, so that concludes the end of my getting to know you presentation for my debut. And right now, it's around is I made good time with this PowerPoint slide. I made good time with this PowerPoint slide. So the so what now is basically I chat with you guys. I chat with all of you lurkers. Okay? So let's get rid of this. And okay. Let's read some chat since we have like a good 20 minutes before the debut stream is over. Oh yeah. Okay, Tobatsu Shun. See, I will talk. Yeah, I was going to introduce this. This was depending on whether I had enough time left, but I will introduce this. Okay, just hold on a minute while I go look for it. Just chat amongst yourself, kids. Don't misbehave, okay? I'm gonna look for something. Let's see here. Oh, come on. You're like a boomer sometimes. There we go. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Well, let's just, before we go on into future streams, I want to get, I want to introduce you all of you to my moderator. She is my moderator, and she is my creation as well. Her name is Tobatsu Shun. Fast subjugation. As you would obviously know from the name, she is my mod. And for the duration of my VTubing streaming, she will be watching the chat with great interest. When I can't, if you misbehave, she will apprehend you. She will give you a mouthful, a earful, and if you keep misbehaving, she will kick you out of the stream. And then you have to tell me why you can come back. Simple, right? So, if you see a Tobatsu Shun in the chat, don't piss her off. That's basically all I'm saying. But don't worry, she's kind of chill when you get to know her. She's kind of chill when you get to know her. Just don't get on her bad side. She may not be the most talkative, but you piss her off. Oh boy, just don't. Okay? She'll treat you well, I'm sure. Don't be too scared of her. Banmin, what's your opinion on cheese? I love cheese. I love cheese a lot. I specifically like, there's a lot of cheese that I like, but there is one type of cheese that has a special place in my heart, basically. I like feta. I love feta. There's a lot of different fetas. You have Greek feta, you have Persian feta, you have Danish feta. My favorite is Danish because the problem with Greek and Persian is that they can be quite salty. They can be quite intense in flavor. But Danish feta, there's just a very perfect balance of texture and flavor. It's very it's very smooth. Does that answer your question? Whoever is who asked about cheese? Mocking sun, don't be a pleb. A person who truly enjoys cheese, eat it as is. No crackers. Curious way? Yes. I will not lie. Yes. I have eaten ants multiple times. And I will tell you right now, don't be too afraid about eating ants. Because okay, I've only ever eaten ants in as part of a dessert, actually. There are a lot of places that serve ants as part of a dessert. And if you ignore the obvious appearance of ants and you eat it, you will realize the first flavor that hits you like a hammer when you eat ants is citrus. A very strong merge between lime, lemon, and orange. It's a very undeniable citrus flavor when you eat ants. And of course, you'll feel it in when the texture as you are chewing it, you'll get the sensation of, let's just say, a merge between popping candy and Sichuan peppercorns. It has the texture and feeling of popping candy with a hint of the um what should I call it? What should I call it? Uh Intensity? No, no, not intensity. It's like that sensation on your tongue that you get from Sichuan peppercorns. The after sensation. Yeah, the aftertaste. It has the citron peppercorn kind of aftertaste, but of course it's citrus instead of like the peppercorn flavor. The the flavor. Yes, 好辣，有少少辣味。Weirdest thing I've eaten? Oh, ah. Um, that's a good question. Ants is kinda different. Oh yeah. I remember. I have eaten weirdest thing I've eaten. I have eaten ant larva. Have you eaten that? And basically, and the stage where ants are like in an almost like a worm form. I've eaten that. It's well, it's not a very strong taste because the chef or the cook. I was at a restaurant and this chef cooked a very special. Basically, he gave you two choices in this specific dish. Actually, I'll get rid of Maud Chan for now, but keep in mind that she is always watching you whenever I stream. Okay. Anyway, going back to my story. Going back to my story, I was at this restaurant and the chef he offered he offered two, at a specific cost, he offered two options. Firstly, he says, are you interested in eating the dish the way it's intended to be eaten? Or do you want the less disturbing version of it? So I just say, oh, what the heck? I'll eat the dish the way it's intended. So he made some kind of like almost like a focaccia, no, frittata type of dish that had ant larva in it. And for all intents and purposes, it was a nice dish. The thing is, when you eat the ant larva, you don't really taste much. Probably because it was like well seasoned, I can't taste much, but other than the idea of eating it, it's not really all that big of a deal. I don't even know what Banmin is yapping about. Um, when did you come in, Primus? You know what? Primus, what is that supposed to mean? Primus, what is that supposed to mean? Did you just bait me into asking into saying that? Let me first. Oh my god, the comments are moving so fast, I can't even keep up with you. Hold on. Oh no, no, oh no. I can't keep up with you. Oh, oh my god, for your go eye. Oh no, oh no. I think I scuffed the alerts, guys. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I can't. I'm so sorry if you don't appear on screen for whatever reason. And I was also noticing why it has been so quiet, but I probably scuffed something. For all I know, someone might have raided me and I have no idea whether it actually happened or not. I'm gonna have to fix the stream eventually. I'll leave that till after the debut. Anyway, can anyone tell me whether I have been raided or not? Because I really don't know. I don't know, that's the question. Okay, that's fine. Ban art review? Oh, are you sure? I have seen my hashtag. Oh yeah, Raid Shadow Legends. Ugh, Raid Shadow Legends. No, 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 no. Raid Shadow Legends, please stop. Just thinking about it kinda exhausts me. I have seen so many Raid Shadow Legends sponsorships. To the devs' credit, they really put in a lot of effort into the marketing of it. But there is just one problem. Hold on, this code is getting a bit heavy. Let me just loosen up a bit first. Anyway, um, the devs put in a lot of effort in their marketing. They paid a lot of YouTubers and a lot of content creators to advertise their game Raid Shadow Legends. But there is one simple problem. They can never convince me to try their game, no matter how much they want to. They can give me 10 5-star characters or wherever that the star system is, and I still wouldn't play it. And you know why? Zish, you answered the question correct. It's turn based. So, no, thank you. Keep the hat back. Keep the hat back. You carrots? I mean, on one hand, if Ray Shadow Legends marketing team sees this stream, they probably won't want to sponsor me. And on the other hand, even if they were to sponsor me, I don't know whether I would take it. Because to be sponsored for this game, I would personally want to try the game first. And if I don't like the game, I don't feel that I can sponsor it. It is what it is. And V1717, what makes a good turn-based game? I mean, like I say, I think one of the biggest factors for why turn-based games don't appeal to me is because of the way it's presented. The presentation of the turn-based game is what many devs ignore, take for granted, but it's a very important factor for me. If I am playing a turn-based game, I would like the illusion of it happening in real time, even if it isn't. I mean, I wouldn't mind giving Ayotes Doro a shout out. Oh, by the way, Ayotes Doro, if you all don't know, is that new steamed. It's a Mexican tradition. It's a Mexican popular dish where, as far as I know, it involves a cup of steamed corn, and it's served with some kind of like a hot sauce or something. There's like a hot sauce and some cheese. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mexican lurkers, but from what I heard, ayotes is a type of steamed corn in a cup with sauce on it. Grilled corn in a cup with sauce on it. Yeah, okay, grilled. So basically, ayotes Doro is a. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I might as well find it. And I don't mind giving a shout out for free because I really love their memes. Oh. Yeah, so Ayotis Doro is this. It's basically they just opened business not too long ago. It's a Nikkei meme themed Ayotis store basically. And they just opened store not too long ago. And I love their memes. I might not ever be in Mexico in the foreseeable future, but I do appreciate how much effort the owner of this store put into making such a themed restaurant. And yes, I was not sponsored. Honestly, Ayotes Doro, I don't mind if you don't sponsor me because you must have put in a lot of money to open this business, a lot of capital. So keep it, gain a bit of money back. If you want a sponsorship, consider that only like in the future. Because seriously, you need the money more than me at this point. Okay? Yeah, that's it. Rain nominee. Hello. Welcome, I guess. Which brand sponsor would I actually take? That's a good question. I'll have to think about that. Yes, Mucklefish, I will be doing gameplay streams. There are a few games that have gotten my interest, and assuming my PC can run it alongside the streaming, I will be happy to play some games with you all. Display War Thunder featuring Banmin Warhammer. Please, Kate. Drunken Youths. Why does an Ara interest you so much? Heisenberg, no, please. No. Because someone asked me to say it, and I'm asking why do you want me to say it? This chat just keeps going. I can't keep up with you. Nice. Oh no. Oh no. Hmm. Nitsuashi. There is one indie game that I have in mind right now. And I'm going to talk about it when I start playing it. Oh yeah, speaking of which, after my debut stream, my current plans for future streaming dates is, can you just shut up for a bit? Can you just chat? Shut up for a second. Shut up for a second. Let me just run through with you so that you're all focused. Please. Okay? Good. No. Let me talk. Otherwise, you won't know when I'll stream again. Do you want that? Okay. I will just ignore you. Basically, after today's debut stream, which is going to be ending soonish, I will be organizing a schedule. So, my current plan is, here's the thing. For the rest of October and November, I don't have much time, but enough time to do a semi-regular streaming schedule. So until mid-November, I can do 3 days a week. And currently I'm planning on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And the time will be a little later. My start time will not be 7 p.m. because, like I say in my PowerPoint slide, I chose 7 p.m. for the debut stream because it is auspicious. From Chinese horoscope, it's an auspicious time to start. But starting next Monday onwards, I suspect my streams will be starting around 8 p.m. So 1 hour later, it will be UTC plus 8, just like today's stream, but it'll be 8 p.m. instead of 7 p.m. And as for timing, how long it'll last for as long as I want it to last, basically. Probably minimum 2 hours. If it goes any longer than that, it'll go longer than that. And I'll just give you a forewarning because I have plans outside of streaming. Basically around mid-November onwards, I will be traveling a lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. In and by that I mean out of the country of where I am. If I'm lucky, I'll bring my PC with me, which is a laptop. If I am lucky and manage to get like a few hours spare before I sleep, I can do like a single stream or two. But just be sure this is just to inform you all in advance. So for the time being, after today's stream, you lurkers can take the weekend off. I'll take the weekend off. And Monday around 8 p.m. I will be starting a semi-regular stream. So it will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And the next stream will be, I'm not sure whether I want to do a chatting stream or a gaming stream. Well, since we basically had a good chat today for debut, maybe I can do a gaming stream. Yeah, I'll do a gaming stream on Monday. And so it'll be on alternates, from what I can see. You give me a lot of time to just gather a lot of things I want to complain about on Wednesday too. I guess it'll work for the best. But Marco Flash, listen to me. Listen. Marco Flash, where are you? I'm looking for you. Listen. No. Don't jinx it. I am not playing Dustborn. Funny that you're talking about me banning. I actually have an old comment I received from a lurker back in the day. I might share it with you on Twitter actually. So look forward to that. Anyway, maybe I can end this stream in about 9 my time UTC plus 8. So maybe 5 more minutes? 5 more minutes. I'll just read some chat. I'm just gonna read some chat. I need to check. That's a good question. I want to look for it, but I don't know how to look for it. Hold on. Uh, please. Oh no, I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. What am I doing wrong? Let me see. know what? I give up for now. I give up for now. I will try and get that whole donor chat sorted out because right now I have no idea how it's working. Uh oh no. Ah, white kite with kites, with kites. The question, do I like survival games? The only survival game I enjoy is Once Human. Oh, by the way, I might as well ask, did any alerts ever pop up during the stream throughout chat? Did any alerts appear at all? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Scuffed. My lids are scuffed. Oh no. Oh. What am I gonna. I would love to respond to alerts, but I really don't know how. What is going on? How do I turn alerts on? Oh, you know what? I will try and multitask just a bit and see whether I can turn on the alerts. Is it really so much to ask to not scuff on the first night? Oh, Vicky. Is that you, Vicky? First time chat? Well, if it is you, welcome. If it isn't you, welcome also. Oh, Vlad the Fifth. Um, I have a few people have chat. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Vlad the Fifth. You ask about whether there's any other VTubers who might be interested in collabing with me, and Matt. I would say a lot has asked whether I'm interested. I've spoken with Small. I've spoken with another VTuber. His name is Maximilian, the Fox Boy. I have spoken to Rat, or some might know him as Rotanak. And basically, they all I will do a stream with them. They're nice people. They're really nice people, and I really appreciate their chatting. We always chat off and on, and I do appreciate they're all very helpful, kind people. And if I get the chance, after I fix all of the stupid problems with Twitch, I will discuss with them how to set up collabs. Like I told you, I'm a boomer when it comes to streaming tech. So that's it. So answering your question, yes, I will be considering collabing with other VTubers if they're interested in me. Primus, that is a bra moment. If I ever did see one, that is a bra moment. That's what 2.5 hour stream. You know what? For old time's sake, since we are in a chatting mode, I'll extend the stream till like 15 more minutes. How about that? I'm from anywhere, Rexter. A lot of people say, you know what? Some people say I'm from Romania. Some say I am from America. Some say I am from Philippines. Some say I am from Hong Kong. Some say I am from Taiwan. Some say I am from Singapore. Some say I'm from Australia. But basically, I'm just from the back rooms. I am not from here. Infamous Matthew, I did talk about Forever Winter, and don't spoil it, please. Don't spoil my Monday stream, please. I wanted to talk. I'm planning to talk about it on Monday. No, I I have a game in mind for Monday. Like a rain, I recognize you. I recognize that name. Don't pretend you. Don't pretend to be someone that I don't know. I recognize your name like a rain. No, I don't play Terraria Zero. Ah, good one, Badminton Empire. That is a good one. KV Roba. To answer your question, I'm just going to lecture you, okay? KV Roba. I heavily suggest, none of you smoke. None of you smoke. Please. It is not good for your health. It kills you softly. And let's just say I know some individuals who have done smoking and they did not live long. So please don't smoke. Not just don't smoke. Okay, if you don't care about your own health, care about other people's health. Because secondhand smoking is worse than first-hand smoking in certain ways. Or at least as bad. I am reading your comments, so I am seeing a lot of talk about smoking and boozing. Since that we're on the topic about smoking and drinking, I'll tell you about my experience with alcohol, okay? It's an interesting experience with alcohol. Are you interested? Okay, fine. It's probably going to be very anticlimactic for you all, but I might as well say it. I my body has a very weird taste bud. My taste buds are off in the way that it syncs with how much, especially in the context of alcohol, it syncs with how much alcohol I am consuming. So think about it this way. My body has like a built-in alcohol limiter. So let's say I drink my first cup of alcohol, any alcohol, say beer, whiskey, brandy, what have you. The first drink I taste is like, tasty. Intense but tasty. Then let's say I finish that cup. I move on to the next cup and on and more. Then there reaches a point where maybe if I were to drink anything more, I might start to get groggy. But here's the thing, I never reached that. I never reached that point. So the thing is, the moment my body has reached its alcohol limit, all of the drinks I taste like crap. It tastes horrible. It's like, ugh. I taste it, I feel like puking type of horrible. So that normally tells me that I'm at my limit. So I just stop drinking. So the funny thing is, I have never gotten drunk. I'm not I'm going to be proud about it, but I have never gotten drunk. Primus, I hope you have a nice cup of whiskey. Make a few cups. Thing is, thing is, thing is, thing is, thing is, thing is, thing is. Now drink 5. Drink. I am just reading your comments. And it is interesting to see what you all say while I am distracted. Well, either way, I hope this debut was to your expectations. I hope this debut didn't bore any of you. That's good. That's good that you think that the debut is quite fun. Honestly, I was expecting the worst. I was expecting to be a bore, honestly. I thought it would be like, your post is actually better. I'd rather just see you post or something like that. And I just overthink like that. Night, 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 there. Need, need. I don't know what name is Night. Anyway, you are not, well, welcome anyway. Um, 51 DK. I will have to, I will be, I will, over the weekend, I'll try and upload some VODs to my YouTube channel. You can, my YouTube channel is the same as my Twitch handle. Anyway, Grenade, I'll just call you Grenade. Grenade, welcome. You didn't miss the stream at least. It is the same handle as the Twitch handle, the YouTube channel. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. Once the stream is over, you'll be able to see it. But for now, we'll just do some last 3 minutes worth of chatting and I'll end the stream. And yes, I will have to think about maybe on Monday, if you all are still interested in following me and you join the stream on Monday, or I'll post it on over the weekend if I can think of one. I'll think of a Oshimak. Maybe? If that's what you all want. I will think about an Oshimak. You know what's the thing? I wanted it to be a hammer, but I didn't want it to be like all those like tools hammer. I wanted the gavel, so the judge's hammer. But the problem is, no emojis actually have a judge hammer. No, not that emoji. No, no, not that one next to the hammer. No, no, no. Stop, stop it. But okay, you know what? You know what? Okay, fine. To end this debut, I will set the record straight. Enough of the ban liquid thing. Enough of that. I will give you the proper context. I will give you the proper context of why you all keep posting this and why people kept posting this. It is a very normal context. Okay? I will show it to you right now. Let me just dig for it. Hold on, I'll move aside. Give it all the room it needs. This article, okay, back in 2016, no, back a few years ago, let's say, I think 2021, I posted about this. I posted about this specific article. How CNN, WEF, World Economic Forum, you will eat the bugs, you will live in the pod, you will own nothing and be happy. That one, I was ranting about it on Facebook, ranting about this stupid CNN article, cockroach milk. I was talking about it. And I was talking about it. I was being really angry about it. And one lurker from Facebook, one lurker, he just left this comment. The one that you're all spamming right now. He just said that. And it ruined my mood even more. So, you know what I did? I shamed that lurker. I didn't show his name, but I shamed that lurker. And I say, this is a stupid thing to post. I'm talking about CNN. I'm talking about them selling stupid, trying to shield for stupid cockroach milk. And here you are making a stupid comment about ban something. And this was how this whole meme came about. I don't appreciate it. This was how the whole meme came about. Why? All because I saw an article from CNN and I had to talk about it. You know what? That is the lore for why you share Facebook lurkers who invade Twitter say the ban M. Now you know the context. Happy? Now I've set the record straight. You can all move on and stop. You're not stopping, aren't you? None of you are stopping, are you? You're not stopping, aren't you? You know what? Fine. Be that way. Anyway, I think that is my debut. This was my debut. I would have been nervous as hell, a nervous wreck. But because of your comments, my nervousness is instead replaced by annoyance and resignation. Okay, I'll be serious for a few seconds. I will be serious for a few seconds before I end the stream. Of all the VTubers you all could be watching, you chose me on my debut day. For that, I really appreciate it. In all seriousness, you all didn't have to, and you all certainly have more entertaining VTubers than me, who can sing, who can dance, who can mocap, but you all chose to join me on my debut day. For that, I appreciate it. No, seriously, I do. And I'll be ending the stream soon, in any second now. So just to reiterate, the current schedule: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. onwards, between 8 to 8:30. Can be earlier, can be later, but around that time. And until then, I will fix this stupid alert. And I have no idea what has gone wrong with my alert system on Twitch. But other than that scuff, I think it has worked out. And I'm glad it has worked out. So, thank you. Thank you, Lurkers. And I hope to see most of you on Monday. Okay? Now, good night. Sleep well. And to the Americans in the chat, I hope you all stay safe. I know what's happening in America is a bit intense. So stay safe, stay healthy, take care, and be careful. Good night, and I'll see you on Twitter or on Facebook. Oh my goodness. Okay. Good night, everybody.